Alright guys, so this topic is getting kind of old these days, but I have found a much less complicated way on how to turn your Android device into an iOS, because on almost every video that I have done on this topic in the past, these apps were very buggy and kind of very unresponsive sometimes. So in this video I'm going to show you the best way and the simplest way on how to do this and show you the most stable apps that I have found. Hey guys, welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'm going to show you how you can make your Android device look and feel like iOS 13. So without further ado, let's get started. Okay, so for this method, you're going to have to download 4 apps: Launcher iOS 13, Control Center iOS 13, a lock screen and notifications iOS 13. And also, if you like to take it a step further, you can install X Home Bar free, which is the home button replacement located on the bottom of the screen, which is present on the iPhone X series. So let's go through it. After the download is ready, go ahead and launch Launcher iOS 13. And then make sure to allow on every little pop-up you see. And now we're going to go ahead and set the iOS 13 launcher as a default launcher. So we're going to go and hold down the iOS 13 launcher app and then go to App Info and go down where it says Home Screen. Click on that and then set the iOS launcher being the default launcher. And now if you press the home button, the iOS Launcher 13 is going to show up on your screen. Now this is pretty cool. You have the spotlight if you drop down like that, and you also have some widgets if you scroll to the left, and also you can rearrange apps, delete apps and stuff like that. But it actually looks kind of fake. So you're gonna go ahead and tweak some of these settings and get most out of it at the lock screen and also in notifications as well. So let's go ahead and do that. So go back to the iOS 13 settings and go to where it says Utilities. And from here, make sure that padding bottom is turned on. This is going to add a little padding on the bottom of the dock. This is going to give some space for the X Home Bar to fit in. Again, back to settings. If you live in the US, you have the option to change from Celsius to Fahrenheit. And also you can change the refresh to depending on what you like. Next, go to blur effect and make sure that all these options are turned on. It's going to make sure the blur effect is active on every possible scenario, including opening a folder, on the dock, widget, and also on the search bar. Next up, you have the wallpaper. Already iOS 13 has some default wallpapers, but if you like to set up your own, you can go ahead on the internet and download your favorite wallpaper. In my case, I'm going to set up the default one. Again, go on the back, and here you have the option to change the icon and change the names of the apps. So how you do this is very simple. You go to the app, and here you have all the apps where you can change the icons. So when I say the icons, I mean these icons here. So for example, if you want to change the icon of the clock, you can go to this pencil button, and then you can change to the default icons from here that you have, or you can go to your photos, so you can go ahead on your favorite browser and download the actual iOS icons or any other icon that you like, and then you select the image, make sure that it is on the appropriate app dimensions. And now it's going to be changed just like that. So now the clock has the iTunes icon. Furthermore, you have the option to change the name of the icons. I'm going to go scroll down and change the name of the Internet app. It doesn't call Internet, it actually calls Safari. So let's go ahead and do it. Just like that. Press OK when you're done. And again, on the notes as well, I'm going to change it to Notes, not Memo. Just like that. And again, you do the rest of the remaining apps. Okay, now quick refresh. And as you can see, you have the new background, and then you also have the blur on the dock. Back to the settings, and here make sure that you allow iOS Launcher to show notification badges on the apps. So let me enable this. You press allow, and iOS Launcher as well, and the Control Center you just downloaded as well. Then go back, and now you're pretty much done with the launcher. So this is everything you have to do with the launcher. As you can see here, let me bring it closer. So here you have the notification badge as well, and you can also open folders, so you have the blur background as well, and you can rename folders as you like. Cool, so now iOS Legend Launcher is out of the way. Let's move on Control Center right now. Okay, now if it's not enabled here, make sure to enable it. And then we're gonna go through the settings again. So from here, go on where it says size, and make sure to set this on the top, because of the actual iPhone X, you scroll from the top right, you scroll down, and then you have the control center. We're gonna move it to the right, just like that. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a very dim bar on the right corner right now. And we're gonna increase the size, you know, just to get the right half of the screen. And then on the bottom, you have an show on everything option. Make sure it's enabled. This is going to allow the control center to be accessible from anywhere from your phone, including the lock screen as well. And now if you scroll from the top right, you're gonna get this, but this doesn't really look nice because you have the transparent background while on the iPhone is being a blur background. So let's go ahead and change that. So go on the background, and then from transparent, switch to screen blur behind. And if you scroll down, you're gonna have this nicer look. Now, what about getting more icons such as capture screen and more? So go down and go on where it says customize control, and go ahead and add control setup. Now, of course, you need permission for that. And from here, you have the record setup. Make sure to change the resolution from low quality to high quality. So this is full HD. And if your device supports 4K recording, then go ahead and do it. But in my case, it doesn't support it. And also, I will change the Exynos AVC encoder to Google H264 because it's accessible on more devices. But go back and go where it says music control. And then make sure to enable this option, allowing you to get more info of what music is being played if you press down on the music layout on the control center. Furthermore, if you see on the top right, the bar is still visible there. So let's go ahead and change the color of the bar being transparent. So go on where it says color, and from the color background, drag the alpha slide all the way up, and now the bar is going to be invisible. And now control center is pretty much done. So let's go ahead and see it. As you can see, you have the capture option here as well. And also go ahead and choose your music player so it will look nicer. Choose Google Play Music or any other music player that you like. Go back. And this is how it looks right now. Now let's move on lock screen. Make sure to allow again, and then switch it on if it's not already. And then go on where it says password. We're going to use a password. I'm going to say 111111 in this case, 6 ones. Then go back, and then go where it says wallpaper. Make sure to allow lock screen to access your photos. Again, I'm gonna choose the same wallpaper because why not? And again, you can always put your own if you wish. And then go to notifications and slide in hide contents. Now this is going to hide the contents of the notifications that you have on the lock screen. So if someone else takes your phone, you won't be able to see the actual message that someone sent you from the lock screen if he doesn't unlock your phone. So that's a pretty cool feature which also exists on the iPhone. And lastly, you need to disable the current system lock screen because if they're overlapped, this is going to be kind of a mess. And then choose none. This is going to disable the current system lock screen. And now lock screen is done as well. So now you're pretty much done with the basic setup. So let's actually see our lock screen right now. And there you go. So here you have all the notifications. So you can see the actual notification is not shown. And you can also clear notifications. You can also open the camera. You can also turn on the flashlight. And also you can unlock by swiping up. And now in case you want to make your Android device look much more like an iPhone 10, then you have the X Home Bar app. Now again, you need to enable permissions. And now let's go ahead and tweak some settings. So now the only thing that works is only swap up, which is going to take you back to the home screen. But what about if you want to go back and access all of your recent apps? So let's go ahead and set this up. So because on my Android device, the right screen is the back button and the left on the left screen is the recent applications, I'm gonna set it exactly like that. So left action is going to be recent applications. Press OK. I'm going to enable accessibility as well. Scroll down until you find X home bar free. Press OK, and then go back. And then swipe right action. I'm going to set it as back. Press OK. You have also the option to change the appearance, the weight, and the bottom margin as well. I guess I'm going to tweak the bottom margin just a tiny bit. I'm going to go for like 7%. On the iPhone, it doesn't vibrate, so I'm going to turn this off. And also you have the option to choose of whether you would like to have the button, the bar in front of the keyboard while you're typing. In my case, I'm going to leave it behind the keyboard because it's going to be less annoying, because if I want to press on the space bar, it could press on the button instead and, you know, take me back on the home screen even though I don't want to. But this is entirely up to you. Now let's go ahead and test it. So now it took me back on the home screen. Now if I swipe up on the left, it's going to open all the recent applications. Now back home and swipe to the right. So you're going to go to an app and then swipe to the right. It's going to go back. Okay, so now your device looks like an iOS device, but the only thing which is quite disappointing is the fact that the notification bar doesn't look like an iOS device. And also the other thing, that if you scroll from the left, it should show all the notifications that you have on your device. Unfortunately, it doesn't do that. And if you have an application in your mind which is going to change that, please make sure to comment down in the description. It's going to help a lot, and I'm going to pin your comment so everyone will see it. And that's pretty much it. So now you can go ahead, you can go out and troll your friends, so you have gotten iOS on your device for free without spending 1k pounds or whatever to buy an iPhone, which is pretty cool. And also another thing which I completely forgot is that if you would like to take it a step further, you could add iOS emojis as well. Now I have a very cool video down in the description which is going to show you how to do that. And that's pretty much everything about this tutorial. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Feel free to hit the like button if you like this video. Drop a comment. Let me know what you think about this video. Why do you want to make your device look like iOS? And any other suggestion on how you could improve it. Don't forget to share this with your friends if you would like to share your secret. And of course, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell right next to it for more videos like that. Thanks for watching, and as always, I'm going to see you in my next video.